Do you want to have better sex? I know it's a very touchy subject, but here's the deal. When you are empowered in your sex life as a woman, entrepreneur, you soar to the top of your game. And my next guest talks about the formula for having the best sex of your life and your entire life, not to mention on this episode of La Dolce Vita, the formula for fabulous living.
Frankie Lee, dimmi, qual è senso della vita?
The meaning of life is to live la dolce vita, which is the formula for fabulous living.
Hi, my name is Heather Picken, and welcome to the La Dolce Vita Show, the formula for fabulous living. I'm the catalyst in helping you to be more confident, create your dream business, and attract elite clients and live a fabulous life. Here's Heather helping you to upgrade your life to
Fabulous. Upgrade your life to fabulous. Right, Frankie? You're fabulous.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of La Dolce Vita, the formula for fabulous living. Yes, there is a formula for your success, whether it be business or any other area of your life. And today, we're going to be talking about sex. That's right. We're going to be talking about the formula for not only having great sex, but having it for the rest of your life. Now, why in the heck am I talking about this? Well, number one, I think sex is an important part of someone's life and the relationship. And, you know, it really defines their emotions and how they're feeling and how they're showing up in their business. And, you know, we shouldn't put a stigma on it because it's a natural thing. Because after all, if you're watching or listening, you know, someone somewhere had sex. So get over it. So I would love to introduce my guest today, Bonnie Gayle. So Bonnie, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me, Heather. I love this.
Yeah, and I've known you for a couple of years, and I really want to share, before we kind of dive into this, a little bit about what you do in your work.
Absolutely. So as well, nobody knows here, but I worked with a microbiologist, and I created an organic lubricant so that you could have the best sex of your life for the rest of your life. And the reason that I say that is because so many people have challenges, like when they go through menopause or different stages of things that they have. Sometimes it's because they've had cancer. There's a lot of different reasons, but sex can become not so fun anymore. And to me, what happened to me at 41, when my body started going through the changes, I literally went from being a happy, had a great sex life to pain overnight. And so for me, it's really important that women be able to have great sex for the rest of their life, because, hey, that's part of what makes life worth living, don't you think?
Absolutely. And I love that. And I want to break down. So here's your formula. You had a problem and you said, wait a minute, I'm on a mission to help other women to solve this problem. And you created your product that's called
Sex Better.
I love it. And that's such a great name. And you're really helping women all over the world. I know you're helping women all over the world that have these challenges. And, you know, that's a great thing. I want people to get thinking that when there is a problem in the world, you can solve it and you can monetize that and create transformation in the world with something that you're inspired to do. So would you say, Bonnie, like getting a little personal, like sex is important to you, right? It's probably
Absolutely
the highest things on your values.
Yes, it's always been really important to me. And in fact, from Sex Butter came teaching, like how to get to know your body, how to have better sex, how to have more pleasure, you know, in a course that I have called Opening Pandora's Box. So yes, I would say that sex is definitely important to me. And, you know, I think it's important to a lot of people. They're afraid to talk about it.
Right. Absolutely. And I get it. They think, oh, because, you know, especially in the US, we've grown up in society to think that sex is bad, but it's natural. It's a natural experience. And, especially, I like to tie it into being an entrepreneur. If you're in a relationship, you want to create that amazing, intimate connection with your partner. And as you're getting older, like you were saying, as you're getting older, you might have some challenges. And what better way to feel more confident in your body by using one of your products, right?
Absolutely. And getting to know your body, it's amazing. When you get to know your body, sex becomes such a much more integrative, connective experience. Because what happens is you end up opening up in a way that you don't when you're shut down.
Right.
Really.
No, I totally get it. And I have to say, I have an amazing relationship. And I remember being in relationships where I didn't feel really connected with that person on an intimate level. And it really made me feel emotionally like withdrawn. My business started falling apart because I wasn't getting that basic need that I felt was really important in a relationship. So I think what you're speaking about is so critical that, number one, it doesn't matter how old you are, you deserve
Right.
to have that intimacy. You deserve to not feel ashamed about your body, and that you can experience, the intimacy and love that you want at any age. You can go out there and learn new tricks, so to speak, right?
Absolutely.
And what you're saying is so true. So what are some of the things that, let's just say women that are going through menopause, they're freaking out about it. Like, what's the mindset that you find women are having today?
You mean going through menopause or sexually?
Yeah, well, kind of both, because how do you find that plays into their, their feeling like if they feel sexual, like I'm feeling like I want to be with my partner, or do they feel withdrawn, and then using, your product Sex Butter into the equation?
So basically so let's see. So basically 65% of women in postmenopause end up having like vaginal atrophy. So we're talking about a lot of women that are going through pain. So 30 million women on the planet are going through sexual pain. When that happens, basically the women completely shut down. They don't really want to be touched. They have no interest in sex. Even the desire goes away a lot of times. So if you have no desire, you're not inspired to have sex. It's not exciting to you. If it's painful, just the thought of having sex really turns you sour. So that is really causing a lot of problems in relationships. Obviously, you can imagine why. And the thing is that women are afraid to talk about this. Only 3% of women that are going through vaginal or sexual pain will even talk about it to their OBGYN.
Wow.
Now, that's a scary statistic. Okay, so basically it's happening, but people aren't talking about it. And I know that when it happened to me, I felt very broken and alone because I was trying to talk to people to get answers. Nobody that I knew had experienced anything like that. Even my mother, I went to my mom, who was quite a bit older than me. She was like 30 years older than me, but she was on hormone replacement therapy, so she never went through this. And really, I think that women weren't going through adrenal burnout, which is a big deal today, because when you're in menopause, your adrenals normally kick in and take over, releasing the hormones that you need for your body to become stable. But because everybody has adrenal burnout, literally almost everybody on the planet, our hormones aren't kicking in. And so that's why so many women are going through drastic changes during menopause that they didn't used to go through.
Yeah, that's interesting. And being educated, and look at you being a pioneer in this field to really empower women all over the world with your product, because that's what it's all about. That's why I love highlighting and showcasing women that are on a mission. They have a purpose, and no matter what it is, realizing that one person, one message, one mission can make a difference in the world. And so I love that that's the platform that you're speaking on. you're empowering women, through that vehicle and educating them, because a lot of times, we don't have the proper education. We kind of have to dig, through it all and find someone like you, so taking your problem and being able to create this solution. I think that's really key. And I just have to say this again, as a female entrepreneur, if you're in a relationship and it's you feel like that intimacy is going down, it will drag your business down.
Absolutely.
Really about
it can break you.
And being with the right person, right? You want to make sure that
Absolutely.
you're with the right person, kind of goes hand in hand. So you could be with the right person, but the sex isn't that great, or, we can flip that around. So, I think that's really key.
Well, and here's the other thing is like, some people might be wondering, well, why did I create a lube? When I actually physically got to my doctor, he was like, well, have sex more often and use lube. This was his solution. And then here's the deal. I started looking at the ingredients that were in lubricants. Okay. And here's where I almost like fell off my chair. Literally, no joke. Parabens, which are cancer causing, and propylene glycol, the main ingredient in antifreeze, and petroleum, things that literally smother your body and keep toxins inside. These are the ingredients in lubricants on the market. And at the time, and this was like 13 or 14 years ago, I was not at the stage I'm at with toxins and all that stuff, but I was eating 50% organic at the time. And when I started looking at the ingredients in lube, because I was already in pain, I really looked at these ingredients. These things were going to make the whole situation worse. They were going to irritate, inflame, and exacerbate the whole problem. So here's the deal. Even the doctors a lot of times are telling you to do things, and if you don't do the research, you have to be your body's best advocate.
Yes. Oh
this
my gosh.
This is a big deal.
It is so true. I know there are amazing doctors out there, and I will have to say the same thing, is that you have to educate yourself, and don't take what any doctor says, to 100% truth, because a lot of times, they're not getting to the root cause, and they're just prescribing you medication. And we all know that, the drug industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Don't get me started. And there's so many alternative natural solutions. Not that I'm 100% against any kind of medication. There is a place for it. But if we can treat our bodies in a holistic way, I am always going to choose that first.
Yeah, me too. For me, like, it's about food, what you use on your body, and what you expose yourself to. So, there's all kinds of things that you can do to be safer, to be your own body's best advocate, but it does take a little work, and it takes effort, and it takes research. So, you know what, but we have to do this because we want to live our best life. And that means having a healthy, vital life in all aspects of it.
Absolutely. So using this butter that you call it, the sex butter, for a lubricant. And then also you had mentioned like eating things that are going to fuel your body, that are nutritious. These are all parts of things that we should be doing every single day. So for those women that are listening, that are entrepreneurs, that have a grueling schedule, either they're working on their computer or they're out and about, what are some of the routines and success habits that you can teach women that they really need to know in order to, have better sex or have more sex for the rest of their life and just feel good?
So one of the things that I do is I teach women that one of the things is a lot of times, we shift from, let's say, working to thinking that we're going to have sex in about a minute. You know what I mean? Like, oh, honey's home. I just got off the computer and now I'm ready to have sex. No, it doesn't work like that. So one of the things that I teach people that's really important is that you have to get out of your head and into your body before you have sex. And there are some really fun ways you can do this that don't take very long. So one of the things that I suggest to people is to literally put on your headphones, put some great music on, and rock out, dance like nobody's watching for 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes of rocking out. And you know what? You are out of your head, into your body. You're not thinking about all of the things that you didn't do today, all the to-dos that you have to do. You're not thinking about all of the negativity that, went on through the day, or all the millions of things that you did. You're literally in your body. So that's one way that I teach people to get out of your head and into your body. I have a couple of other things that I like to teach people. Like, one thing is to take a nice, warm, sensual bath, with some oil, and light a candle and make it ambient. And literally, it's treating yourself well, pampering yourself, taking care of yourself, being your body's best friend. Like, how can you relax to get out of your head and into your body? How can you enjoy your body more? As far as, nutrition goes, like, to me, it's about eating organic, and it's about eating foods that you love, that are organic, and really eating things that nourish you, that have vibrant colors, that literally nourish your body and really make it feel good. And when you feed your body, you have good health, you have good energy. And then moving your body every day, 20 minutes a day of exercise, first thing in the morning, is what I promote. Why? Because you get your metabolism going all day. You get your body working. And when your body's working with you, guess what? Your whole pelvis region's working with you. Your creativity comes out. Things that you never even imagined start to happen because you are in your body, you are working with it, and it has become your best friend.
Yeah, these are some great tips, and I definitely recommend everything that you're saying. And I think a lot of times as women entrepreneurs, we're so focused on our business, but we have to take out time for ourselves, because if it's all business and no play, then that's going to impact our relationships, the sex that we have, and we're going to feel very stressed out. We're going to, be highly emotional, not grounded in our body.
Right.
And, that will create that will accelerate the aging process. So
yeah,
it's important to have that emotional state where you're grounded, because I do a lot of research on epigenetics and how it tags our physiology to accelerate the aging process and create dis-ease in the body. So we really have to be aware of what we're doing and learn from people like yourself to say, wait a minute, we got to take a stand. We got to do this. We can't, we have to educate. We also have to, bring information to our doctors to say, wait a minute, I researched this.
Exactly. And then what, and it's interesting because, like, now I actually have pelvic pain specialists and OBGYNs that refer out Sex Better because now they know about it, but, and it's interesting. It's all women, of course. I've gone to men too, but men they're just different.
Right.
And it's very interesting to see. And these people are reordering, and the thing, it's going on and on and on. And it's because they're feeling better. I mean, when I get an email from somebody, just the other day, I got in my inbox said, oh my God, so-and-so gave me a sample of your Sex Better. And all I can say is, oh my God, thank you so much. It works. I'm telling all my friends about it. And I said to her, you should affiliate the product. You should benefit from it. And she was like, oh my God, yes. And that's the whole thing, is like, when somebody loves something so much, all they want to do is talk about it.
I love that. I love that, Bonnie. You are a woman on a mission, and empowering women, in their bodies, in their lives, really feeling grounded. And I really commend you with your own journey and showing up. So I think that's fabulous. And I hope the people here really, they check out your product, and we're putting a link down below in the show notes. So if we go to iTunes, or if you're on my site, you can see the video and they can click on your product. And before we leave, are there any kind of like final words of wisdom for women that are watching or listening to this right now?
So let's see, words of wisdom. I could say, I think that the best thing for me to say is that truly loving yourself, caring about what you use on your body, in your body, what you feed yourself, how you take care of yourself, all of those things matter. And the only person who can do that for you is you. So we're giving you the opportunity to do that. And I hope you take us up on this offer, because it really does make a difference in the way that you live your life and how you feel about yourself and how you act in your body.
I love that. And there you go. That is part of the formula for having a fabulous sex life for the rest of your life and empowering yourself as a woman. So I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank my guests, people that are watching. And one more thing before we leave, how this show gets out there. If you're on iTunes, rate, review, and subscribe, because I'm on a woman. I'm on a woman. I'm on a mission. I am a woman. And I'm on a mission, and I have a message, and that is simply empowering others, helping leaders to take their transformational service or product out there in the world. And this is where it starts. So get the word out there. And until next time, this is Heather Picken with La Dolce Vita, the formula for fabulous living. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. So if you found this show to be fabulous, share with your fabulous friends, rate, review, and subscribe on YouTube and iTunes. And I'll make sure I take a beatbox lesson, right? Or give my little chihuahua a bone. That's me. Fabulous.